Iran to build permanent naval base in Syria. Just 2 days after 2 Iranian warships reached the Syrian port of Latakia, via the Suez Canal, Friday, February 25, an Iranian-Syrian naval cooperation accord was signed providing for Iran to build its first Mediterranean naval base at the Syrian port, debkafile's military and Iranian sources reveal. The base will include a large Iranian Revolutionary Guards weapons depot stocked with hardware chosen by the IRGC subject to prior notification to Damascus. Latakia harbor will be deepened, widened and provided with new coastal installations to accommodate the large warships and submarines destined to use these facilities. Iran has much to celebrate, debkafile's military sources report. It has acquired its first military foothold on a Mediterranean shore, and its first permanent military presence on Syrian soil. Tehran will be setting in place the logistical infrastructure for accommodating incoming Iranian troops to fight in a potential Middle East war. According to our sources, the cadets, the Kharg cruiser, one of the 2 Iranian warships allowed to transit the Suez Canal, was said to be carrying were in fact the first construction crews for building the new port facilities. 2 more events were carefully synchronized to take place in the same week. On February 24, as the Iranian warships headed from the Suez Canal to Syria, Hamas fired long-range made-in-Iran-grade missiles from the Gaza Strip into Israel, one hitting the main Negev city of Beersheba, for the first time since Israel's Gaza campaign 2 years ago, as debkafile reported on that day. Tehran was using its Palestinian surrogate to flaunt its success in getting its first warships through the Suez Canal, in the face of Israeli protests. The Iranians were also parading their offensive agenda in deploying warships on the Mediterranean just 287 kilometers north of Israel's northernmost coastal town of Nahariya. The second occurrence was a contract announced by Russian Defense Minister Anatoly Serdyukov for the sale of advanced Russian short-to-sea cruise missiles to Syria. The Yakunt missile system has a range of 300 kilometers and skims the waves low enough to be undetected by radar. Debkafile's military sources take this sale as representing Moscow's nod in favor of the new Iranian base at Latakia, 72 kilometers from the permanent naval base Russia is building at the Syrian port of Tartus. The Russians are willing to contribute towards the Iranian port's defenses, and looking forward to cooperation between the Russian, Iranian, and Syrian fleets in the eastern Mediterranean, opposite the US 6th Fleet's regular beat. This unfolding proximity presents the United States with a serious strategic challenge and Israel with a new peril, which was nonetheless dismissed out of hand by Israel's Defense Minister Ehud Barak. In a radio interview Monday, February 28, he brushed aside the Iranian warship's passage through the Suez as an outing for cadets which did not require an Israeli response. He added, "For now, there is no operational threat to Israel." According to Barak, the Suez Canal is open to all of the world's warships, and the 2 Iranian vessels' transit could not have been prevented. He omitted to explain how Egypt did prevent it for 30 years, and why it was permitted now. The defense minister went on to speak of fresh signs that President Bashar Assad is willing to resume peace talks with Israel. Both Barak's assessments were knocked down by Damascus on the same day. Syrian Defense Minister Lieutenant General Ali Mohammed Habib soon put him right on the cadets' outing. At a ceremony in honor of the Iranian Navy commander Admiral Habibullah Sayari, Habib said, "Iranian warships' presence in the Mediterranean Sea for the first time after 32 years is a great move that is going to cripple Israel,